Here, fellow morsel lovers, is hunting reduced to its simplest and best. The dead-eye hunters, equipped with firearms enough to control the South Pacific, have just finished first in a duel with Iowa game birds. Meanwhile, Mother does her part to make Papa's kill look like Daniel Boone's Thanksgiving dinner. Everything is hunky-dory, gobble-gobble, as this luscious, toothsome roast pleases the palate and makes the hunting license seem like a new kind of meal ticket. As for Mama, she too now gets her reward. Ah, dear Mama. But in case, followers of the chase, you'd like to know the serious side of what makes hunting tick, let's saunter to the State Conservation Commission game farm near Boone, where quail and pheasants are hatched and raised for seed stock, quail for southern and pheasants for northern Iowa counties. The smaller baby quails, the larger infant pheasants, get an auspicious start in life and later are shipped to cooperators for release in wildlife areas which are well adapted to perpetuation and survival. As for the hunting license, the hunter's perennial problem is, do I wish to hunt or be hunted? There's no more sporting or legal thing to do than to proceed to the nearest county courthouse or sporting goods store for that passport to game bird joy. Possibly along the way, after the first snowfall, you'll see a rabbit. There are plenty of them in Iowa, good eating and good hunting. And if you like the chase, so much the easier to exercise the hounds. On the theory that you may prefer juicy goose for that fall fiesta, we submit that few ornithological halfway stations in America can compare with the Missouri River Valley haunts of millions of wild geese on their annual excursions north and south each year. Between Ottawa and Sioux City, the bottomlands and marshes are excellent environment with plenty of cover and water, and these appreciative geese flock by the millions to this Atlantic city of wildlife. Large and extremely tasty, these members of Iowa's floating population tantalize the trigger fingers of Iowa sportsmen. And here, the Sky Patrol expresses in graceful motion a new variation on that ever-popular slogan, "Keep 'em flying." Being thoughtful, gentlemen, these pheasant hunters first seek the farmer's permission and advice before entering his domain to harvest the surplus game crop. Towser thinks he's found a pheasant, and so across field, stream, and boundaries of the present township amble our pheasant pursuers, bent on going the limit to get their limit. Wishing to hunt another day, these safety-conscious musketeers cross fences with guns pointed upward. The lush fields of northern Iowa, these in Emmett County, provide waste grain for game food. And near the edge of the field, it looks like action ahead as these high-strung pheasants sense our coming. After all, who wouldn't? Back home, these plumed beauties will fit into the icebox nicely. Northern Iowa abounds in pheasants. Here, original seed stock is multiplied under the management of the farmer. Protective cover and carrying capacity is just right. And now, longer and better hunting seasons tap the surplus crop of birds to keep the right number and proper balance. And here, the restless track star of yesteryear. If his draft board could only see him now. Streams, cover, and habitat best suited to survival make this picturesque section of Iowa an annual hotspot for shotgun specialists who realize there are birds aplenty to go around. In former years, Bob Feller, Cleveland fireballer, and companions were thinking about the home plate then, too, with tasty takes like these. Veering to the south in our statewide hunt for hunting pleasures, we most naturally advert to the quail-ridden underbrush in the southern part of Iowa. Generations of canine instinct plus months of training, all for a fall season, but it's worth it. Lightning with feathers is apt to whir out of any nearby bush, and retrievers know best of all the route back home. A point and a single is on the wing. And like a good hunter, this fella finds his quarry first and then brings home the morsel to his master. Man's primitive urge to match wits with wildlife cunning finds natural expression in the frosty Northland marshes of Kossuth County, where thousands of ducks, mallards, pintails, and bluebills drop off from Canada each season. Duck hunting is excellent in many other sections of the state, too, and along the mighty Mississippi, the watery lowlands attract hundreds of sportsmen. And why not? With scenic settings in Iowa's outdoors, plus thousands of ducks for the shooting, during what promises to be the best hunting season in Nimrod annals.